Hello, my stays, and welcome back. Y'all, we have gotten the first solo Lino cover. It's of Love Me or Leave Me by Day6. And when I tell you, I have been waiting all freaking day to listen to this. I am so excited. Like, I can't even express to you how full this makes my heart feel, knowing that Lino, our Lino, has put out a cover. Like, I'm so happy I could cry. I cannot wait for this. So, I'm not going to. We're gonna get into this today. God, look at his face. He's just beautiful. I agree. So, there is a reason why this is hitting especially hard today. And I won't talk for very long, don't worry. Somehow it's fitting that I have a cat screaming in the background of this video. Lino. So, you may or may not know, over on Patreon, every other week, I'm posting episodes of the Stray Kids Survival Show. And this week, like, I literally just finished editing this today. This week, I am posting episode 4. And if you've seen the show, you know what happens in episode 4 of the Stray Kids Survival Show. And if you don't want a spoiler, skip ahead now. Okay. Episode 4 is where Lino gets cut. So, I'll talk a little bit more about that, I think, after this, but I wanted to explain why I'm having all of the feels. I am so very excited for this. I am extremely excited for this. This is gonna be amazing. All right, here we go.
모든 건 너에게 달렸어. 난 지켜볼 수밖에 없어. 끝이 날 건지 아닌지는 너의 말 한마디로 결정돼. 여태 봤던 싸늘한 느낌 그저 착각일지도 여기서 알아야 갈 수 있어. Do you even love me now? 숨을 죽이고 너의 대답을 기다릴게. 손을 너에게 넘긴 채로 만약 아니라 하더라도 말해줘. Baby love me or leave me tonight. 서두르해줘. 숨김없이 솔직하게 서두르해줘. Baby love me or leave me tonight. So tell me now. So tell me now. 꽤나 오랫동안 견뎠어. 너의 차가운 눈빛과 말투 끝을 낼 건지 아닌지는 이제 너에게 전부 달렸어. 이미 멀어진 우리 사이 그저 오해일지도 여기서 알아야 갈 수 있어. Do you even love me now? 숨을 죽이고 너의 대답을 기다릴게. 손을 너에게 넘긴 채로 만약 아니라 하더라도 말해줘. Baby love me or leave me
Oh my gosh. First of all, this song and his voice are a perfect match. I am not familiar with this song, just so you know. I know of DAY6, I don't know all of their songs. But listening to it, his voice is a perfect match in this. And it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. His voice is beautiful. The cover is beautiful. He did a phenomenal job. Oh my gosh. It's so good. I feel so proud. Like this overwhelming sense of pride. And there's one moment in there I just like felt a little emotional, but like I don't know. I'm so proud. And genuinely, not even just looking at, knowing where he's come from. Genuinely, it's good. It's a good cover. He sounds amazing. Wow. So, I want to listen to it one more time. And I'm just going to listen. If I don't say a lot, I will either pause and say stuff, or I'm going to listen really intensely to his voice. And maybe I'll point stuff out. Maybe I'll just enjoy it. I don't know. We'll see. But I want to listen to it one more time, and then I want to share my feelings. All right, here we go. Better earphone contact.
모든 건 너에게 달렸어. 난 지켜볼 수밖에 없어. 끝이 날 건지 아닌지는 너의 말 한마디로 결정돼.
So that part there, his higher register is so clean and light and smooth, and the way he can make those runs is just stunning. It's one of his beautiful strengths with his voice, and it's just clean. Like, he's starting way up in the falsetto, and he's kind of transitioning a little into head voice. He keeps it pretty light and airy, and it just gorgeous clean. You don't really hear the passage points or anything. It's just beautiful. He's singing very lightly.
Do you even love me now?
That part, where he's jumping, the love me and leave me, so smooth, seamless, gorgeous. He's singing a little more full there, but he's keeping it in the same placement. He's not switching the placement to be too bright. It's still got that light airiness, so the tone doesn't change. It's just a little more full. A little brighter here. Smooth. God, it's just so good. Even when it drops lower, he's not dropping into his chest voice. So he's still keeping it very forward and very light instead of pushing down there, and it keeps the tone so gorgeous. Oh. And that little vibrato in there. I love Lino's vibrato. Anytime we get to hear his vibrato, it's beautiful. You know what that makes me think of is the part in FNF where he's singing. You know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. I'm catching up part. It's emphasized and with a glottal stop, which, by the way, if you don't know what that is, that's stopping with the voice, rather than just It puts a little more emphasis, but he's not hitting it so hard that it breaks the sound or breaks the tone. It's so clean. So clean. Beautiful. I know there's a delay. Yeah. One of the things that I love about this is that there's no tension in his voice. It's very open. And that's the technique and the growth in technique is insane. Because he's singing very open, he's singing very, not breathy, but there's a good bit of air in it to where it's not being forced from the voice, I guess is what I'm trying to say. He's not pushing from here. So when he comes out with the high notes, because he's using his breath support rather than pushing from the vocal cords and straining, it's so smooth, so buttery. Like the tone is just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Because we know that he can belt, and belting isn't a bad thing. Like if you do it properly, it's bright, but I wouldn't say he really necessarily belts in this. He goes more full voiced in it in some parts, but doesn't feel belty to me. But God, his tone is just gorgeous. Beautiful. Just beautiful. So well done. So the reason I brought up the survival show and why I was watching that, partly just because looking back and then being like, they cut him because his voice wasn't good enough, and I'm like, look at this man. Look at him. But the point I'm wanting to make is the fact that from the beginning, we've seen his growth. We saw where he started, and his voice was never bad. I'm going to tell you that right now, coming from a vocalist who trained in this. His voice is not bad. His voice was never bad. He lacked training and he lacked confidence, but as he's gone along, we've seen this growth, and especially in the last couple of years, he's really put in this time and this work into his voice, and his technique has improved, his range has improved, his confidence has improved, and we get to see more and more of what he can do with that. And honestly, he's an incredible vocalist. His voice is stunning. And as I see him do things live, like him doing Najimaki at Limbo live, just gorgeous. He's come leaps and bounds, and it makes me emotional because I know what that journey looks like. I know what that path looks like. He's always had the potential, and now he's starting to unlock that potential. And you get to see these moments like this, that he felt confident enough to make a cover, solo cover, and release it, and it's good. Objectively, it's good. His voice is beautiful. The tone is very consistent. It doesn't, there's no strain. It's just gorgeous. And of course, I'm gonna be subjective about this because I'm invested, right? But even if I try to be as objective as I can, it's good. His voice is beautiful. Just from a more professional stance, he's doing so well. And then, of course, from my emotional stay heart, I am so insanely proud of this man. And I know that he's someone who tends to be more reserved. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I do hope that he knows how proud of him that we are. And that he does take pride in the work that he's done, because he deserves to feel proud. Beautiful. I'm going to listen to this so much. so much. This just makes my heart happy. Alright, well, I'm sure I have gushed enough. I'm sure I could gush more. It's Stray Kids. I could talk for hours. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this with me today. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a like. If you have anything to say, leave it in the comments. And of course, feel free to subscribe. We'll be back again soon with more Stray Kids. Alright, until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day and I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye!